What's up and welcome back to my channel, y'all. I'm Krizz'Tina. Make sure that you're subscribed before we move forward. This is the look that we're going to be doing today, and I'm trying out 2 new products. Let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to get rid of my tail. I always shave them because if I do decide one day that I like my eyebrows again, they'll be growing right back. So, and I usually just do the tail. And I already washed my face, so I'm gonna use some Fenty Beauty Fat Water to tone my skin. Keeping it real simple with the skincare today, y'all. Real simple. For my moisturizer, I'm gonna use this one from Skin Fix. It's the Barrier Plus Triple Lipid Peptide Cream Nourishing Moisture Rich Hydrator. This one got sent to me in PR, as well as the fat water, but I've purchased the fat water before, so I know I like it. I've been using this, y'all, I want to say for at least a year. That's how long this jar has lasted me. Someone who is decently consistent with doing her skincare. So for my brows, I'm going to use this Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. The first thing I need to make sure of before I get it popping on these brows is that the amount of hair I have on one is the same amount I have on the other, because especially with shaving them, it's really easy to wind up having one a little bit thicker. Also, my face is not symmetrical. Yeah, that's the word. My face isn't symmetrical, so yeah. So I'm just gonna make a nice little straight brow, freehand, nothing crazy. I'm not super particular about my eyebrows. I feel like at one point I kind of was, especially when I was trying to figure out like what the heck I want to do with them. But now, as long as they both look okay, I'm all right. Now I'm going to use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I like this because it laminates my eyebrows to my face, okay? And that's just laying the hairs really flat so that they don't like curl up and move and all that. I don't have really dense eyebrows, so this does work out for me in that way. And it also allows me to make my brows look wider and therefore visually full, right? See the difference? Yes, honey. So I got my brow pen, and this is pretty much just to fill in the gaps that I have in areas like the front of my eyebrow, because I do extend the length of my real brow with my pencil and all that jazz. Real simple. I will say that if you do purchase a brow pen like this, especially one that has bristles instead of a felt tip, just be careful, honey, because they be packing that product in there, and it is easy to accidentally wind up with darker, harsher lines where you probably wouldn't want them. Just an FYI. Boom. This is the concealer that I've been using. It's the Milk Makeup Concealer, and the shade I'm using is 21W. But I really like this formula. And usually I'll use it underneath my eyes too. If you like to contour your nose up in here, you likely want to switch products for this. So keeping the flesh toned or the lighter concealer out here, and then using whatever product it is you like to contour up in here. But that's typically people who do their base before their eyeshadow, so that, or you could just follow it up with some powder after all of the steps. like a contour powder. Yeah. I haven't decided what kind of look I want to do with my eyes today, but I'm thinking something sultry, something, especially since I have this palette right here from Too Faced. This is it's like a really neutral palette. I'm gonna show it to y'all, but I was thinking something sultry. I almost went and bought some eyeliner from One Size today, but it's cold outside out here in Dallas, and baby, I'm not interested in stepping out of my car unnecessarily. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. I feel like it ain't working the way it normally would, and it says it's a 6-month lifespan, and I've definitely had it way longer than that. But that just goes to show I should be using my products more. Oops. I should be putting on my makeup more often, huh, y'all? I gotta be honest, I do miss it. I just can't wrap my head around it. I just can't wrap my head around doing my makeup and only doing my eyes, because in case y'all didn't know, I'm a nail tech. So, you know, I wear a mask and I'm doing nails all day, and I also wear glasses just to protect my eyes from like the dust and stuff. And yeah, I can't wrap my head around like doing my eyeshadow and not the rest of my face, but who knows, maybe I'll give it a go. I also don't want to not wear my mask and my goggles, because obviously I don't want to be breathing in the dust and stuff. So and I don't want to wear a loose mask that lets me wear base makeup, because that's also a little, it doesn't make sense. It defeats the purpose, the point, you know. Let's get into this palette. I'm really hoping that this palette does what needs to be done for me, because I don't think I've actually used this. So it's the Born This Way Natural Nudes palette, and this is how it's looking. I'm tilting it down because I want y'all to see the actual colors. I feel like when they're held like this, they look way lighter than they're supposed to. But just look at that. There we go. Beautiful palette. Beautiful. So we're gonna give it a go today. We're gonna give it a go. The first thing that I'm gonna do is pick up the shade Truffle. Y'all know me, I like to start in the outer corner of my eye. Okay, we got some pigmentation. All right, not to be played with. I'm looking forward to this now that I'm putting on this first color. So I'm gonna come in up in here, and I'm not gonna be shy about this because I am actually gonna be laying down shimmering shades today, perhaps, potentially. But what I am going to do is soften this outer corner by pulling my brush down and moving it upwards. So I'm pulling it down, but as I'm pulling it down, I'm moving upwards. If you find that you picked up too much product, just wipe your brush off on a clean towel. I like to keep clean makeup towels at my vanity, y'all. And they're like microfiber towels. So I'm gonna pull this up where I want it to be, and sort of bring it inward as a guide for myself. And then I'm gonna turn my brush sideways, and I'm gonna blend this out, give myself like a little wing. Now we've got the color on. Real simple. You honestly, you could leave it like this and like put a matte shadow down and be good, but y'all know me, I don't do that. So the next shade I'm going to use is called Maple, and I'm basically using this shade as sort of a transition. Oh, that's warmer than I thought it was. Ooh, okay, I'm surprised. Still delighted, I'm surprised. Because I definitely thought that this was not going to be, like, that it might be a little, not ashy, but just more on the neutral side, and this is definitely more orange than I anticipated. So I'm blending it up in here and out there. And I'm sort of just letting it take over the outer corner color. Reason being is because I just want it to be soft. I'm not trying to do too much. I don't want to have a black smoky eye today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, not today. Same thing on this side. I'm going to tap it in first, and then I'm going to blend it out. Pressing it in like this is going to allow me to build up the opacity of the product, which just means the color. Like, I'm able to see the color instead of me sweeping it on first and basically dusting everything away before it can make itself present on my eye. I'm pretty much just got to make sure that both sides are even, because it is easier to get carried away on my dominant side. So now that this is on, we just have to pick a base color, and there's so many pretty ones. I love the shimmers. I love them. They're so pretty. Okay, so let's just do all of them because I can't pick. There we go. So first we're gonna add sparkling rum. I feel like that should be in the center. I'm using a lip brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills to pop this on too. It went on pretty smooth, but I feel like it broke up some, so I'm gonna use my finger instead. And if you didn't know, using a clean finger for shimmers is fantastic. Especially if you're trying to build it up and really see it. Let's do the golden one. Golden light. I'm gonna put this one. Where should I put it? Part of me is like, put it out here, but then another part of me is like, put it right here. Y'all know I love a non-traditional placement of colors on the eyes. And non-traditional just means like where you might normally put a darker color, I'll put a lighter color. Or, you know, where someone might gradiate from lightest to darkest, I'll invert it and do it the other way. Because it just looks cool, you know? Yeah, that was the right choice. That was the right choice. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to be using the rose gold shade. And I will be using the brush for this because I don't want to get it everywhere. So I'm just going to pop it on and sort of blend it in. The rose gold really complements, what is this called? Sparkling rum. And it looks like it's a finer shimmer in comparison to the other two, so that works out. The two eyeliners I'm going to use, this one is from Lancome. Not my favorite. I don't like the finish and I don't like the felt tip. And then I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eyeliner. I like that one because it's super duper matte. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Should I do a wing? No, because I feel like it'll take away from the look. Ugh. Okay, instead of the wing, what I'm gonna do is just smoke out the lash line using a little bit of this eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is their Perversion eyeliner, and I'm just gonna smoke it out a little bit because that's really all it is. It's almost like a signature for me, having a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of depth. It's what I like, you know. Like just a little bit, not too much. And then I will add a little bit of eyeliner to my lash line because I'm gonna put on fake lashes. Again, this is not my favorite eyeliner whatsoever. I've been getting away from lashes, but not because I don't want to wear them, just getting away from them because I'm no longer patient enough to try to figure out what lashes I like anymore. Like, I'll try new ones, but I just don't want to be bothered. Like, I want to put on a lash that's gonna look good with everything. So yeah. Anyway, I'm about to pop these on because this is what I have. All right, we got the lashes on. Another new product that I'm sharing with y'all is from Auric Beauty. There's this cute little palette and spatula combination. And then this is the complexion palette. Okay, so Mirage Shift is the name of the collection, and they're cream cheek palettes. The one that I have is called Event Tide. That's what it looks like. Look at how pretty. So that's what they look like. I'm intrigued, I'm intrigued, I'm intrigued, especially about the bronzer because it looks like it's going to be warm, and I don't typically get that from bronzers, at least not with my complexion. So let's get into it. Like, I'm very excited. I'm going to go ahead and use my paint pot. This is in the shade Contemplative State, and I'm using this to set my smile lines, y'all. We have reverted back to this. It works. And a little bit of product goes a long way, so you don't have to cake this on, mind you. I feel like I should zoom in. Should I zoom in, y'all? Let me zoom in a little bit, because I'm like, y'all are a little far away. Or I'm a little far away. Anyway, a little bit goes a long way, so I just put it right on my smile line, and then I start to blend out the edges so that it's not harsh or nothing. And that'll make sure that you can't see it through your base makeup. And if you do pick up too much, like I tend to do, just wipe your brush off. Like, it's not that serious. And I'm doing this before my actual primer that I like to use. I haven't tried doing it afterwards. Only reason why is because my primer is hydrating. I just think that this on top of the primer ain't gonna play well. So I'm also gonna take a little bit of Huda Beauty's baking powder and my little spongy poo here, right on top, y'all. And when I say right on top, I mean right on top. Shout out to the girlies who've been doing this for years and the girlies who do it for their clients. I have 2 people that I consider my peers who do this, and it works, especially if you're somebody who's just really, really animated and like you be all over the place with your gosh darn facial expressions. So I'm going to use this right here. This is Milk's Hydro Grip Primer. And I got something under my nails. And I'm putting this on my forehead, y'all. So forehead, and then the outer parts of my face that aren't covered in Contemplative State and powder. Right up in here. Okay. One thing about wearing makeup is I will always feel whatever is on my face every single time. Anyway, so foundations, y'all. I think I'm gonna wear House Labs. Am I light enough for this yet? I think I'm gonna wear this. I've been wearing the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation. This stuff a little goes a long way, and it's very, very beautiful. But I'm gonna wear this one today because I'm putting on that bronzer, and this product is light enough for me to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, y'all. This is the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I'm wearing the shade 385. Oh, that's a little deep. That's a little deep. I might be able to wear that foundation that I didn't think I could wear now. Hold on. Hold on. I don't remember when I purchased this House Labs foundation. I think it might have been like fall of last year. I have to check my Sephora purchases. Well, maybe it does match. I don't know. Yeah, I have really fallen off of the whole making sure my foundation is flawless thing when it comes to matching. Because I'm just at a point now in my life where I'm like, I want my makeup on, let's put it on, right? And so I will finesse and figure things out. Unless it's way off. If it's way off, then it's like, all right, that's not going to work. The tone is slightly off, definitely. I might wind up giving this to my mother or something, I don't know. It's a good foundation, that's for sure, but it's just not my color right now. Anywho, this one matched me a little bit better. I think I'm gonna give this away. Doop. Alright, so for my concealer, I'm gonna use the same one from Milk, because why not? I should probably start looking into the monitor, huh? To do my makeup so y'all can see. Just like that. And then I'm actually going to use a brush to blend it out today. I did this last night and I liked the way that it looked. Kind of reminded me of how I used to do my makeup a few years ago when I first started working for MAC. And I remembered I used to always get compliments like, girl, what do you use to blend out your concealer? And when I would say a brush, people would be like, what? Like, yeah, girl, a brush. So, and this was the brush that I would use too. I should really get another one of these and quit playing. I've been saying that for years and I still haven't got another one. I don't know. I'm just so scared I'm gonna get it and then it's not gonna be the same. So pop this up in here. But look at how flawless. Look at how beautiful. That's why I love a good concealer brush. And it's got to be big enough too, and it needs to be flexible. I feel like a lot of the concealer brushes that I've received in PR or even just stumbled across in the store they're round, but they're stiff. They are so stiff, and it's like I'm supposed to be poking around my eye with this. No ma'am. I'm really hoping that this bronzer comes through for me because y'all, I look so flat. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and add the bronzer only because it is a balm. Right, so for that I'm gonna use this Kaleidos Precision Highlighter Brush. I like it because it's dual fiber and it's round, so I feel like it's gonna pick up the product the way I need it to. And I'm gonna use one side to get the balm. And I'm gonna be generous with this because balms have a tendency to be more on the translucent side when they're blended out. So there we go. I'm gonna start on my forehead just in case I'm not a fan, because I can hide it. So far, I don't know if y'all you can probably tell, I like how it's blending in. I was concerned that it wasn't gonna mesh well with, you know, the foundation products, because sometimes, you know, stuff just isn't compatible. But I like how it's blending in. I like how it's actually warming up my forehead without taking over my forehead, if that makes sense. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and do the other side. It's also subtle, which I think is supposed to be the point of bronzer. Like, bronzer is supposed to warm you up and not look like contour. Whereas some of us do prefer our bronzers to lean more into being as pigmented and opaque as perhaps a contour is, which isn't a bad thing. Like, you know, your preferences are all your own. There's nothing wrong with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the natural contours of my face with this bronzer, because if you're new here, I prefer to bronze tour instead of contour. Reason being is because it's warmer, it's pretty. I feel like it's a lot less work and also not as harsh. Contour can definitely be soft on the face, but typically speaking, it's cool toned and all that other, and I'm just not a fan. Not on me, and not really on anyone, if I'm being completely honest with you. And then y'all see how the light's reflecting off the bridge of my nose? I'm gonna bring it right around that reflection. This is what I was talking about earlier about like how you could just bring a powder or something if you do your eyeshadow first. And I like this balm. Now my only concern with this is longevity in terms of like, is this gonna last, because it's definitely a balm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to flip my brush around and I'm going to pick up some of the blush. Now this is looking red, honey, and it's like a red orange. So I'm just going to start back here on both sides and sort of ease my way into it. And I think it's leaning more red orange. So I'm going to bring this along the side of my cheekbones, like right up in here. I personally like my blush kind of high and then wrapping around my face to sort of give me that youthful, rounded look. The height to me sort of just accentuates the structure of my face, but rounding it out gives it that youthful feel, so it's not just feeling like it's just sitting on the side of my face. But you want to place your blush, you know, in a way that complements your bone structure. So if you don't have a similar face shape to me, try out a few different placements and see how you like it. Because sometimes I'll even bring my blush right up under my eye, honey, and I love it. I'm here for it. That's really, really pretty. There are some highlighting shades, but I want to set my face. I think balm highlighters look best on lighter foundations and stuff like that, but I might give it a try later on just to see. For now, I do got somewhere to be. Anyway, I'm gonna take the this one size setting powder, and honey, I am pressing this in, no shame whatsoever. Like, that's another thing I've been getting into, kind of sort of baking, kind of sort of. I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to my Laura Mercier powder, especially for winter, just because it's translucent, and eventually this beautiful peachy powder is not going to work for me. But I do love that I use it and I'm running through it because it's a fabulous product. And I do, my lady keeps changing, I do often feel trouble during the summertime trying to figure out, like, okay, what powder should I use now? Because my Laura Mercier, it's not too light, but it's definitely one of them ones that's like, you'd be like, girl, let me see the picture before you post it. Really, really pretty. I like that. I like it a lot. I am going to add, y'all, I promise you I'm gonna get rid of this blush one day. I will. I just know y'all be tired of me. So this is Hushed Tone from MAC. This is what I need to get another one of. I treat myself and go makeup shopping either this month or next month. This is what I need to get another one of real bad. I should just crush it and like put it in a different packaging. Anyway, so I'm supposed to put this right here. So basically in the same area where I placed the balm. I like to put mineralized and baked blushes on top of balms and creams because they don't steal the show. They add a little bit of color, or a lot of it depending on how much blush you like to wear, but they don't take away from the creams, right? Not only that, but I feel like it's much, much better than using a matte blush, because the whole point of wearing a cream blush, besides the pigmentation, is for it to look luminous and radiant, right? At least for me. Somebody else might think differently. I don't know. I was definitely more heavy-handed on that side than on this one. So let me just... And again, bringing my blush slightly underneath my eyes. And blend it on out, honey. Period. I'm going to get rid of that blush, y'all. I promise. I think I used this underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use... This is the Morphe color pencil. So I guess you can use it anywhere, in the shade Vibes. And this is just a really warm brown, right? I like the idea of using something like this on my lower lash line that's really, really warm, because I feel like it brings the warmth out of the color of my eyes. right? And y'all know I usually like to wear black. But, you know, it's winter time. I'm trying to be freaking, I don't know, warm. Okay, so I'm going to use Cocoa from this palette to basically set and blend out this color. When it comes to my lower lash line, I do prefer softer brushes. This area of our eyes is already sensitive, y'all. So if you're, girl, if you're using brushes that are really, really stiff or kind of feel pokey or scratchy, you gonna get something else is my advice, so that you don't, you know, contribute to any aging or just damaging the skin in general. Want to add a little bit of maple because, again, the whole point was for this to be warm down here. So just to warm it up a bit. Yes, honey. And now I'm like, should I add some black eyeliner anyway? Might as well, huh? It's the icing on the cake. So pretty. Now for the lip, because mascara is not that big of a deal. These are the 3 mascaras that I've been wearing for the last few months. This one I put on my upper lashes, so in this little corner right here. And then these 2 I just use on my lower lashes. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do this one because I wore this one last night. But we gonna figure out this lip though, is what we need to figure out, y'all. What we gonna do? This mascara is really, really good if you have eyelashes. I feel like most mascaras are good if you have eyelashes, but like if you have a higher than normal density and length, this one's really good if you want your lashes to look chunky. Like if you like that spidery fake eyelash look. Yeah. And I find that the people who this looks best on are people who have a ton of eyelashes naturally. Y'all, I've been fighting for my life not to cut off my real eyelashes. I've been itching to do it. Look at how pretty. But the thing is about this mascara too is it's flat. So once it dries, it sort of looks like a grayish matte mascara. If that's a preference of yours. I feel like those little details never really get spoken about when people do reviews of stuff. Why does this not look like this? This one, on the other hand, has like a bit of a shine to it, which is also why I like to use it on my upper lashes. The formula is a lot more lightweight, and I personally don't feel like I need tons of product on my upper lashes if I have on fake ones. I don't know. Every time I go into my lipstick drawer, I think about how, number 1, I have too many, and number 2, I need to pick something that I don't wear all the time. And maybe I should have them out on display to make that easier on myself. They're probably like, you put on so much brown lip liner, we ain't even gonna be able to see the lipstick. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this brush to blend it in, because these are, oh yeah, that's deep. Let's put on some of this nude and see what happens. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I tried. It's pretty, but I'm just not used to seeing myself with these kind of lip combinations anymore. I think I have to get back into it. Anyway, let's go ahead and set my face. So to set my face, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Reverse Spray and then the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Because honey, I be needing all the help I could get nowadays. This one I like to use to sort of melt everything together and give my foundation a kick, you know, so that it's not like dry and flat. And then this one I like to use for longevity. And I don't spray as much because I think this one is like has a kind of alcohol in it or something. Very glamorous, very gorgeous, darling. Very, 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 very. Anyway, so from the new products that I tried, I would probably rate this palette like an 8 out of 10. It's not something that's making me like, wow, oh my god, it's so amazing. But I do appreciate them having all of these really, really nice, useful. I do appreciate them having all of these neutral colors in here. You can do a lot of different looks with this. I would like to see, like, if they do decide to come out with another product, another version of this that's warmer and then leans deeper, not necessarily purple and like pinky neutrals, but like warmer neutrals. I would like to see another one like this, maybe have more dark browns as well. But yeah, like an 8 out of 10. It's pretty cool. And then this palette from Auric Beauty, I really like. I was delightfully surprised. They always come out with unique formulations and products that are packaged really nicely. I feel like Samantha, she is the founder. I feel like she always thinks really heavily about what she's doing and why and the purpose that it's going to serve and how it can be useful, you know, to maybe somebody using it every day or even a makeup artist or something. So I like the formula of these. I love the fact that it did not separate with my foundation. Thank God. I do want to see how this plays on top of like a matte foundation. I don't really have no matte foundations, but if you do and you try this out, let me know. And also it's just nice to have something that has basically everything that you need in it. If you're familiar with using balm and cream products for your complexion, these can serve you very, very, very well. I will say though, if you live in a super hot climate, this may not be for you. This may not be for you. I don't know that any amount of powder or setting spray will keep this on if you live in a super hot climate. It might even melt in its packaging. But this is fantastic. So I would give this maybe like a 9.5 out of 10. I also like the packaging. Real solid, very much travel friendly. And I'm looking forward to using this tomorrow. So thank y'all for watching this video and for chatting with me while I get ready to go do what I'm gonna do for the day. I hope that y'all are having a fantastic December and being safe and not acting crazy. Don't forget to watch my next video or subscribe or share with a friend or pause the video and leave a comment, y'all. The TVs let you leave comments now, so leave a comment, say hi, let me know that you're there. Anyway, love you. Bye.